Hey everyone, it's more Crafts and Mom back for another video.
Hi everybody.
This is a regular video. I don't even remember what number this is. Um I wouldn't even know where to start. Alright, this is episode number 35. Okay. So I have a lot of whips, have a lot of finishes. Lots of finishes. Um so let's do whips first. And then I could take them back in the room and then show you my finishes. So the first one I'm going to show you is my plastic canvas one. Um, I am working on the strap for the cell phone bag. I am doing the edging on it, which is Slime by Joann's. I heard Joann's is filed for bankruptcy. I don't know where all of them are, if it's all of Joann's or if it's just certain stores. Um,
Yeah, they really didn't say.
they didn't say. So I'm using Slime Black, that's really, really hot, pink, and then turquoise from Red Heart. My next project is a scrappy blanket. So it's a corner to corner granny stitch. Um, I'm using magic cakes for this. I have a lot of magic cakes that I want to use up. I think I have like 16 or 17 that I want to use. I'm using some in another project, and I'll show you that here in a couple minutes. But this is a corner to corner. I'm using a 6mm hook for this. I can't remember who I followed below for this pattern, but I will leave it in the description box below. And in the same basket, no, this isn't where they're normally housed, but I have started a 8-point granny star blanket from Bag O' Day. So this is what it's looking like so far.
Great.
And I got an idea for a flower. So I did white. I used a whole cake of my white. Then I'm in this yellow here. And I still have a good chunk of it, so I will go until I can't make any more solid rose. And then I'm going to do purples. So I'm going to start with this really, really light purple. Then go to this darker purple. Then go to this one, and then go to this one here. So that is my plan for that blanket. It will be available for purchase once I get it finished. So that my next project, and I'm using a 6mm hook for that. I'm using a 6mm hook for everything except for the last project I'm going to show you. So I'm working on, no, it just fell on the floor. I'm working on a big granny square. I'm using up just magic cakes. So I'm going to make this a lot bigger. I'm going to make this a lot bigger. And then I'm going to add to the top and bottom. So that this is where I was the last time I showed it to you. I worked on it in an evening. This is my moon plastic canvas stitch marker that my friend made me. So it's big so I can see it. So I was just on this last row right here. So yeah, I got pretty far on that. And I'm just using Magic Cakes. I'm using a size 6mm hook. And I will get that cake later. My next project is a project that has been lingering for a while. It is my single crochet, double crochet blanket. I started this a while ago. I was going to do just blues and greens, but I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to add. The reason why this is puffed out like this yarn is pull from Red Heart Super Saver. It is much thicker than the rest of the yarns that I have used in this blanket. I think that's why it's like so much puffier and stuff. This is going to be a kind of rainbow blanket with white in between. I do 2 rows of white in between each color.
Chloe, we need to shout out to Tamika.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get that far yet, Mom.
Okay. No, I just didn't want you to forget.
I have my card laying over here.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know you make cards.
I have the card that Tamika sent me laying over here so that I can show it. So this is the next project. This is another corner to corner granny stripe blanket. I'm using a 6mm hook for this. 6mm hook is my go-to for all of my blankets, it seems like. So I started out with this really pretty purple, then went into coral, turquoise, plum, and then I don't know the rest of them. Now I have a whole bunch of colors that I want to add to this. So right now I am still increasing, and I don't know how big I'm going to make it. I'm doing 4 rows of every color. So it's going to be a very pretty blanket when it's finished. My next blanket, or my next project is... Did I not start it?
What?
Oh. I didn't even start it. I thought I did. Okay, so my next project that I'm going to start eventually is, if you remember, I made a whole bunch of granny squares. Like, whole bunch of granny squares. This isn't even all of them.
You made a lot.
I made like over 100, I think. I forget what my final total was, but it was definitely
166 or something.
Really?
160, I think.
I don't know how many I made. I need to make more because I want to make a lot of blankets.
And
But
it goes really quick for you.
I can't change color every row, and so I have these 2 colors that I want to use to make blankets with. I thought I had already started it, but I have not. I just have my basket with the 2 colors that I want to use and a bunch of granny squares. So that is all of my whips. Now I'm going to pause the video, and then I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I put everything away. So now we're going to get into my finished projects. I have made 2 bags. They're aligned. So this is the first one. This is the sunflower one. Has a nice little strap.
Very pretty.
Perfect for on your shoulder. This is going to be for sale. I have to put it in my Etsy shop. I just have to find a day, take a bunch of pictures, and add things. So this is number 1. I have another one here. This one is number 2. I used a 5mm hook for these. I finished the little cow blanket.
Adorable.
Here he is.
I wish I was a baby.
There she is. I finished a washcloth that will be going to my grandmother because
Hers is nasty.
I don't know what she does. But hers have like on the edges here. I don't know. I don't understand how she does it. Mom has had these type of. This is crocheted, and this is the metal washcloth by TLK Cuties. This is one of my favorite washcloth patterns because it has bumps and it's very like you can clean it really. It cleans the dishes very well. But like all my grams, I made her several of these, and on the ends here, it looks like somebody had taken scissors and like cut.
And I don't understand it because I use
And
some bleach.
mom, she uses bleach to clean things with, and we wash them and we dry them and stuff.
And
they
mine don't. I mean, they're warm.
they don't
but
fall. I mean, they're warm, but they don't have
cut marks in.
they don't have cut marks in.
I was like,
And
I wish
our
I-
washer has the augurator in the middle of it. My grandmother's does not have an
I wish
augurator
Mom
in
could
it.
explain to us what happens. To
And
them.
she said, "Is it from me, cleaning knives?" And I said, "I don't think so because
we clean knives.
we clean knives with ours too, and we don't have the cut in them. So I don't know what she does to hers.
I guess it's a mystery.
It's a mystery because I have no idea. But like, so this is going to my gram. Now she might not like this because it's a lot bigger than the ones that she uses. But yeah,
I like them.
yeah. I don't know what she does, but I finished it.
Wish I knew.
I also finished an amigurumi. Well, I finished a couple. Oh my god, what is wrong with your head? Put that back in.
What's
Okay.
wrong with her?
Okay, so I finished this amigurumi. This pattern is a unicorn, of course. And it's by Chastity Ann Designs on Etsy. I like her. I like the pattern a lot because the legs are crocheted in, the arms are crocheted in. The only thing you would have to sew on is the tail, the hair, the ears, and the horn. I love that the arms and the legs are crocheted in. And I used pink and green. I thought it would be a different color combination, so I really like it.
I do too, honey. It's really nice.
So, going to be making more of her in the long-term future because I have made so many unicorns and dinos lately that I am
You're worn out.
I'm worn out on them. Yeah, kinda. So she'll be my last unicorn for a little while.
Unless somebody wants one.
Unless somebody wants one, she'll be my last one for a while. So, that's good. I also finished a baby alien. Because it was picked in my whip roulette, or my amigurumi roulette video. So he is done. I did something wrong though. This is Katie Did's pattern. I got it off of Ravelry. And I added sleeves to mine. Hers does not have sleeves. It's basically just the coat. But I added sleeves to it. So.
It's okay. It looks
But yeah.
okay.
But yeah, this is Baby Alien. He'll be up for sale on Etsy once I get around to do it. Unless somebody wants them earlier. If you want any of the items that I show you, just send me a message, either my email or here on YouTube. And then we'll talk about prices and shipping and all that stuff. So, a little alien. I also finished my baby possum that I did a amigurumi roulette down at Graham's. It was funny because I actually finished him on Sunday. So, on Saturday night, I had gotten to up into the white part of his face. And I stopped because I was getting tired and there's color work here and I wasn't understanding the color work. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go to bed and then tomorrow, if I have time, I'll work on him. So we had some downtime. We had a barbecue chicken wings for Sunday on supper. And we put them in the oven and we were letting them cook. Well, I figured I would go upstairs and crochet a little bit, a little downtime. So I managed to do all of the body pieces. I managed to do the arm, the tail, the ears, his nose. I had just finished sewing his nose on. And this pattern is, I'll link it in the description box below because I forget who it is. But the legs are together, so the body and the legs are one piece, and so is the head, so it's a one piece. So the only thing I had to sew on was the nose, the ears, and the little arms. Well, and the tail. Forgot about the tail. So, I had sewed the nose on, but I still had the arms, the tail, and the ears to do. So I had a pocket full of body parts in my pocket, so I finished him when I got back to Mom's. But here he is. Isn't he adorable?
He is adorable.
He is so freaking cute. So, yeah, he's so cute. Now I have some bigger projects. I also finished a hat. I've been making a lot of double crochet beanies lately because they're the easiest thing I can do. Mom has a lot of doctor's appointments coming up in the next couple weeks. And I think when we go, I'm just going to take hats to do.
Elizabeth, you can tell them about my newest episode.
I'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the speckle yarn from Red Heart.
It's a pretty hat.
And then I finished.
Hats, I did one off you.
I have a stitch marker on there. It's a good thing I looked at that.
Huh?
I have a stitch marker on here. My little stegosaurus. See my little stegosaurus? I'm gonna take him off now because this is where I was the last time you guys saw it, was right there.
Wow, you did a heck of a lot of work on that thing.
Yeah, I worked on this one like pretty much nonstop.
You did. You worked on that one a lot.
So I finished it. So first of all, I'm going to show it this way. I made a humongous granny square. Pretty big, right there in the center. And then I added to this side. Actually, this side over here was my first side. So I did this side over here, and then I added and did this side. And I did 15 rows so that it made kind of a nice little long blanket for the nursing home. So I finished that. Used a 6mm hook on this too, if you can believe it. And then the rest of the things I have to show you are mostly hats. So I was grabbing my variegated yarns, and I was making hats until I couldn't make any more hats out of it. So I made this one here. This one is polo stripes. I made a little baby hat. I don't know what that is. This is the leftover from the polo stripes. This is some more of that Red Heart speckle that I made. I make hats in all different sizes, so I like how this one patterned, which is pretty cool. Look, Mom.
Yeah, I do like the way
That's pretty cool.
It is.
And then the last thing I made, this was a while ago since he was at the bottom of my basket, is I made a little floofy friend. And this is the one that I thought I had messed up royally on this one. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even talk to my mom, and she was asking me what was wrong.
I was asking what was wrong, and all she could do was sit over there and laugh.
I was laughing so hard I was crying.
I had to wait about 15 minutes before she'd calm down enough to tell me.
So what had happened was, I sewed his spikes on, because this is a floofy friend. So it's basically a ball, and then you have a nose that you sew on, spikes. It's also, you can make it into a unicorn too. And then it has like 2 little dots. So what happened was, I sewed the spikes on, and then I went to sew the legs on. Well, and the pattern, I'm not really giving anything away, but if you have something like round like this, and you have to have 4 legs on the bottom of it, what I do, it has it in the pattern, is you put a string that goes like this and goes across, so that your legs are kind of like equally placed. Well, I did that, and I sewed the 2 back legs on, which was these 2 here. I did not have the front legs on. And I said to Mom, I said, it's flying.
And it did really look like he was flying.
Without the front 2 legs.
Without the front 2 legs.
And then I couldn't help myself. I just started busting up laughing, and I'm like, I think I messed up.
She had tears in her eyes.
I was like, I think I messed up, Mom. She's like, what do you mean you think you messed up? I'm like, his legs just look like they're too far back. And Mom was like, well, maybe if you put everything else on, maybe he'll look a little bit better. That was the case. So I put his 2 front legs on, I put his nose on, and I put his 2 spots on.
Poor little thing.
And he looks so much better. And he actually stands on his own. So, yeah. So, that was the whole fiasco with this thing. With this, I was like, I had already weaved my ends back in on the back legs, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to cut his legs off because I can't figure out how to fix them. My mom was like, well, don't do anything like that. Just put everything else on and then see what it looks like. And that was the case. So
He looks a lot better.
Yeah, he looks a lot better. So yeah. So that is all my finished objects. Like I said, everything is available for sale. I really do like making these bags. I used a smaller pattern, but I guess not. I guess they do come out a little bit different sizes, but that's okay. I am planning on making more of both bags. I have a cheat sheet kind of on my phone that I had gotten off of Pinterest for granny square bags. They have like where you can use 5 squares, 8 squares, 8 squares, 10 squares, 10 squares, 13 squares, 24 squares, 22 squares, 17 squares, and then there's also an option to make 3 square bags. So I think the next time I'm going to do this, I'm going to make 10 again, but I'm going to do the bottom one here. Let me see if I can show you guys what I mean. So I just took this off of Pinterest, and I might do this one down here. Where you at? Right here in the corner. I might do, can't see it. But you only need 10 squares, so I might try that one next. Just to keep with the 10 square thing. But this video, so yeah, those are my baskets really cockeyed. I don't know. Okay, so that's put away. I did want to say something. Me and Mom both got some Happy Mail. She was really excited to get her Happy Mail.
I was crying.
She was crying. And I got a Happy Mail from Tamika. And she sent me some little stitch markers. So this is the card. It says, thank you. So.
Thank you, Tamika.
And she sent me a little baggie. And which is good because now I can use the stitch markers. And
she never did show me what they were.
I have a flower. Where did you get these clasps, Tamika? Because I make stitch markers, as a lot of people know, with my bead weaving stuff. And I would love to use lever backs is what I normally use. But I have so many lobster clasps that I don't know what to use them for. So I think what I'm going to start doing is when you order stitch markers from me, you can either get leverbacks or lobster clasps. Just because, yeah. So you got this really pretty flower one with the little gem in the middle of it. And then she gave me this really pretty, we'll put on here, bee, or is that a moth? I think it's a bee. I think. And then she sent me some of these that I might make some earrings out of, or stitch markers or something for myself. So I'm not going to put my stitch markers away because I have a little tin over here that I have a lot of my stitch markers and I made myself, and they are going in there so that I can use them. Okay, so now this video is also going to contain something else because I started, if you know, lately I've been doing a lot of roulette videos. A lot of roulette videos.
Oh, you're not going to stop doing them, are ya?
No, Mom,
Okay.
I'm not going to stop doing them. Calm
That's
down.
my job.
Well, Mom, you're going to have a job here in a couple minutes as soon as I figure out how to get this card back in this envelope.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. Be smarter than the envelope in the card.
Yeah, Liv, next time you say something to me like that, I'm going to come off with that from you.
Okay, so it is 3:40 in the afternoon, and I want something to do.
Is that all the later it is?
Yes, Mom, that's all the later it is. So I don't know what I want to do. So I got my handy dandy little paper out, and Mom is going to pick something for me to do.
Oh.
She's doing her puzzle book, so I have to give her a couple minutes. 1 to 4.
1 to 4.
Yep.
Okay, tell me when.
Now.
Number 1.
Number 1 is bead weave, which is actually what I was thinking about doing anyway. How weird is that?
That is very weird.
Okay, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I wanted to show you what I have made the last time that I bead weaved. So I'm in the process of making bead earrings and stitch markers. So what I've been doing is I've been picking well, it's really up close and personal, but it'll be okay. What I've been doing is I've been making 3 of each pattern that I have. That way I can have a pair of earrings and a stitch marker together. So I made some butterflies the last time, and that was the only thing I made. I don't know what I'm going to make next, but so this is the little butterfly. He is like,
She's very cute.
she has a white center, and she is like a turquoisey blue or green, maybe like, there we go. So, and she's yellow, so I made 3 of her. So I have 3 of her. So one, it'll be a pair of earrings and then a stitch marker. And then I have this one here that is blue and purple. And she is a pair of earrings and a stitch marker also. And now what I'm going to do is Mom is going to help me again. Oh God, is it not in here? Oh no.
Huh?
Oh no, it's not in here. I bet you it's in my other one. Is it in this big book? I'm trying to find something and it's not in where I thought it was, so. Oh yeah, it's in here. Okay, so Mom is going to pick me some things to do again. Because I always have problems.
Wonder what?
Oh boy. Hang on. 1 to 156.
156.
Yes.
Tell me when.
When?
35.
35. Alright, 35 is Big Gnome, which I have not done one of those, and depending on how problematic it is, I might only do one of those, because I don't know how. I never did that pattern before, so that'll be something. Alright, go ahead.
33.
33 is Bear with B. These might only be stitch markers, so. Okay.
154.
154. That's the American gnome. Okay.
14.
14 is Unicorn 3. That's it.
That's it?
So, now I have some stitch markers to make. So yeah. That will be that. So, I'll talk to you guys. That's pretty much everything I have to talk about today. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Hope you guys have a great evening. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, before you guys go, what's a scared mom?
You did. I was concentrating.
Before you guys go, I would like to know your guys' thoughts. I have been getting the sewing bug, and I've done a little bit of sewing here and there. I am in the process of making drawstring bags, and they will be up on the Etsy shop once I make them. I'm like having a real problem with the sewing right now. I got a bag almost completely finished the other day. I was doing the drawstring casing, seams, and my bottom bobbin wasn't very tight. So now I have to take that seam off. And, but I did sewing today. I did that yesterday or the day before. And I did sewing today with the lining to the sunflower bag, and it was fine doing that. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it has issues. I don't know. But I'm gonna work on bead weaving for probably the rest of the evening, maybe. Unless something happens, which lately some things have been happening. But yeah. That's where I'm at right now. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.